अलाउड नहीं, दरवाजा बाहर स्टूल डाल रखा है किसी को, तो आपने बोल दिया ना बाहर करो, जो डायरेक्टर सर ने डांट मारा। Good morning, students. Today, continue our chapter second, that is Nelson Mandela. Okay, and previously I have teach you whatever we have studied in a brief. Today I will also teach you. Okay. We are talking about the Nelson Mandela. This chapter is an autobiography, and as you know, while the Nelson Mandela became the president of the South Africa, it is that the victory of the black peoples over the white peoples. We can say like this also, and the social inequality which the black peoples are facing now, the white peoples, because of the white peoples now, if the black person is the leader of the black peoples, now they will not face any kind of difficulty, any kind of social discrimination. Okay, and oppressors, scenes, apartheid systems, etc., etc., they will that will get finished all over in the South Africa, right? Okay. About the Nelson Mandela, that Nelson Mandela teach us now about the love and the hatred. That no one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or of his religion. Okay, but you know that God made a world. Okay, and we all are having equal hands, legs, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, etc., etc., equally. But our structure of the face is somehow different, height, color different. Okay, so that's why we are able to identify, and because of the parents given us a name, that's why we are able to identify each and every persons by their names, by their appearances. Okay, although all the features are the same, right? So God didn't make any kind of difference in the human beings. We come on the earth, and wherever we born, we adapted the religion, we adapted the, we can say, in whatever environment we are, rich, poor, etc. And if family is good, then good ethics are there in our mind, in our etc., etc. Okay, and if bad, then bad ethics. Okay, so that's what he's saying. He's saying love is natural, hate is injected. We teach to our children that this is a bad boy, hate him. This is a bad girl, hate him. So, hate is always injected and love is natural. Without born, the child is in the mother's womb and mother start loving. This is the best example of love. Okay, that how the love is natural. Okay, because of the mother, because of didn't see the how that children is resembling when he come on the earth, whether it is a girl or a boy, she don't know, but she start loving. Okay, and she also and father also start caring of when you are in the womb of your mother, right? So what he say, born hating another person because of the color of his skin. Sometimes we hate just because of the color of the skin. We hate just because of the background. We hate just because of the religion. SC, BC, caste system, etc., etc., religion, Hindu, Muslim, etc., etc. Okay. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. So we learn how to hate some other person. If you learn to hate, if your parents, if your teacher just teaches you to hate somebody, then you will be hate that some person that any one person. Okay, now here they can be taught to love, but if hatred is also injected, love is natural, so we can inject love also. So why we are injected always hate, why we are not inject love? Why? For love comes more natural to the human heart than its opposite. Right? So inject love, don't inject hate. Even in the grimmest time in prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits. Now, even in the grimmest time, even in the most hardest time, when I am in the prison, my comrades, we can say my fellow peoples who are with me in the jail now, and I would push to our limits. I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the card. Glimmer of humanity means a light in a card. Okay, a guard is showing some kind of sympathy toward them. Okay, that's why he's saying glimmer uh, in one of the card, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure. And he just shows a sympathy just for a second, maybe 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, okay, like this only to reassure me and keep me going, to reassure me, to say me like this, continue your path. Okay, like this. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Okay, man's goodness can be, we can say, आदमी की अच्छाई एक वो आग है जो छुपाई जा सकती है लेकिन कभी खत्म नहीं की जा सकती. Like this, they are said. Okay, never extinguished. Now, in life, every man has twin obligations. Twin obligations means two conditions we are facing. Whether it is just, okay, I will teach you another thing. I am teacher and I am mother also. So I am having two responsibility as a mother, as a teacher. Okay, if my daughter is also studying here in the school, then my responsibility toward my daughter is lesser than school students. Okay, because my duty comes first, but at home, my daughter is my priority. Okay, and there I'm not doing any kind of duty, so students come after her. Right. So twin obligation means twin responsibilities. A single person is having two responsibilities or more than two, three responsibilities. Okay. About the family also here. Family we can say in-laws and we can say maternal home. Right. Here, obligation to his family, to his parents, to his wife. So, responsibility toward whom? Toward his family, toward his parents, to his wife. So, according to Nelson Mandela, to his wife, to his parents, and children. And he has an obligation means community, having some kind of responsibility towards his country. In a civil and humane society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclination and abilities, according to his according to his, uh, we can say, okay, ability is good. But in a country like South Africa, it was almost impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both these obligations. So, because of the black color, he is saying like this, it is hard for me to to give time to both the responsibilities. Because he is saying like this that if I am earning 20K, you can understand from this example only, if he is earning 20K and toward his family he is giving 15K, 5K left, so he has to restore some money for the future also. So if he is giving 2K or 1K for the community, then they will say what? They will say 15 given to your family and 1 or 2 given to us only. So here partiality came, and he is saying like this that I am not able to follow any kind of, means I am able to give responsibility toward one, not toward both, because it is because of the salary, because of the payment, because of the a lot of the responsibility. I am not able to fulfill both responsibilities, right? Now, what he's saying? He's saying here in South Africa, a man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. Okay, so what he is saying, I did not in the beginning choose to place my people above my family. So he is saying that I don't want to choose my community above my family. Okay, but in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was preventing from fulfilling my obligation as a son. My obligation here means, I told you obligation means responsibility, as a son, as a brother, as a father, and as a husband. Okay, so he is saying about the twin obligation means twin responsibilities. I was not born with a hunger to be free. I was born free. Okay, I was not born with a hunger means he's saying here like this that when I come into this world now, I don't know about the freedom. When I am the older one, sorry, younger one, I don't know about the freedom. I was thinking about that when I am inside my home and when I go outside into the field, that is the only freedom. But then he is saying like this that after that I got to know that what is the actual meaning of the freedom. Okay, he's saying like this that I was born free. Free is every way that I could know. Free to run in the field near my mother's hut. Okay, he's just thinking about the freedom. He is having a misconception about the freedom that just going into the field near the mother's hut, that is only freedom. Okay, free to swim in the clear stream. Stream, you know, na? A little river or a pond, we can say stream, right? That can run through my village, free to roast meals under the stars and ride the broad back of slow moving bulls. Okay, and take a ride on the slow moving bulls as long as I obeyed my father and abided by the customs of my tribe. I was not troubled by the law of man and God. I don't know about that what the man made law and what the God made law. God didn't. God sent on the earth equal to us. Okay, but here we adopted a different religion, we adopted a different caste system, we adopted each and everything, and we adopted the difference between the color, the difference between the resemblance, the difference between the poor and the rich. Okay, so we adopted this type of thing. So he don't know about the rules of the man, about the rules of the god. Okay, it was only when I began to learn that my boyhood freedom was an illusion. Now illusion means Brahma. Okay, he don't know about that illusion. When I discovered as a young man that my freedom has already been taken from me, he don't know when he was young, na? He don't know about it that his freedom is already taken by the white peoples. But then when he got to know, then I began to hunger for it. Then when he got to know about the freedom, what is the actual meaning of freedom, then he become hungry toward the freedom. At first, as a student, I wanted freedom only for myself. So this is a important. If they ask you that in the eyes of you students, what is the actual meaning of the freedom? When you are coming to the school, you think about that after 12th we will get freedom, we will go into the college. After college you think that we are free to do job, but if you are not getting job, if you are not satisfied, if you are getting job and not that much good job which you are expecting, then also you are not free. After that the parents want you to get married. After that responsibilities of the new family, wife, etc., etc. Okay, so you are never free. Okay, that free is a illusion here. Okay, at first as a student I want freedom only for myself. Okay, now in the eyes of Nelson Mandela wants freedom for himself only. The transitory freedom, okay, of being able to stay out at night. Transitive freedom, only that much freedom that I can stay out, uh, I can stay out from the home for one night only. Okay, read what I pleased and go wherever I choose. Okay, read whatever gives me a pleasure. Please means a pleasure. Okay, whatever just impresses to my mind, to my eyes, etc., etc. Okay, and go where I choose, and wherever I want to go now, I want to go there only. Later, as a young man in the Johannesburg, I yearned from the basic and honorable freedom of achieving my potential of earning my keep. Okay. Then he got to know about the basic freedom. Then he got to know that we want freedom from whom? We want freedom from the white peoples. Okay. And honorable freedom also. We want our respect, okay, back from the white peoples, of earning my keep, of marrying and having a family, the freedom not be the obstructed and lawful life. Okay, it is a very much a kind of a blockage in the lawful life. Okay, freedom is a kind of a blockage. But then I slowly saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. Then he got to know that only I am not facing all these type of things. That after school, after graduation, after post graduation, I am also not free. But my brothers and sisters are also not free. Okay, I saw that it was not just my freedom that I was curtailed, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. Okay, curtail means here whatever I am saying now, my brother and sister also wanting this kind of freedom. They are also hungry for this kind of freedom. That is when I joined the African National Congress. That's why he joined ANC, and that is when the hunger for my own freedom became the greater hunger for the freedom of my people. Then, because of his own freedom, he want freedom for the peoples also, the peoples of his community only, black peoples, right? It was his desire for the freedom of people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect that emanate my life. Okay, that transformed a frightened young man into a bold one, that robbed a law abiding attorney to become a criminal, that turned a family loving husband into a man without a home. And when he is earning and when he is giving money to his family, he is a good husband, he is a good son. Okay, but when he is working toward his community only, then he become what? He is a homeless person because he joined the African National Congress and his wife has to take care of herself and to his family also, right? That forces a life loving man to live like a monk. Okay. साधु की तरह जिंदगी बिताने पे ये मजबूर हो गया था. Why? Just because of the white peoples. I am not more virtuous or self sacrificing than the next man, but I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedom I was allowed when I knew my people were not free. When he got to know he is working a good job and he is earning and he is saving also, okay, but he is not satisfied with that kind of life. He wants freedom for his community, for his people, and that's what he don't want to enjoy, that poor freedom which is giving, okay, daily routine. He is not able to enjoy that daily routine. Okay, freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people or the chains on all of them. Okay, if one single person is having chain, then it is a chain for each and every black peoples, right? The chain on all of my people were the chain on me. So if the chain is on one single person, then the chain is also on me. Right? Next one. I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surreal as the oppressed. Okay, must be liberated. I told you when we started our chapter now, who is oppressor and who is oppressed. Got it? Oppressor, white, oppressed, black. Right? The man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudices and narrow mindedness. Okay, we have to lock that particular person who is having a partial behavior on who? On some other person. Okay, narrow minded also, choti soch, right? I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me, right? If he want to oppress him, he is having any idea into his mind and he is thinking all of the day just to oppress him, right? इसको हम एक एग्जांपल से सीख समझते हैं बेटा. एक इंसान किसी को दुखी करना चाहता है, किसी को परेशान करना चाहता है, तो पहले अपने दिमाग में आइडिया निकालता है, उसको मैं ऐसे ऐसे परेशान करूंगा. आइडिया निकाल रहा है तो वो अपना काम छोड़ के तो आइडिया निकाल रहा है कि मैं इसको ऐसे परेशान करूंगा. तो सुखी तो ऑपरेसर भी नहीं है, और जिसको परेशान किया जा रहा है अगर वो उसकी तरकीब से बाहर निकल गया, उसकी तरकीब से बच गया, वो फिर भी नहीं दुखी हुआ, तो फिर क्या होगा? ये फिर दूसरी नई तरकीब बनाएगा. ठीक है, तो क्या हो रहा है? ऑपरेसर और ऑपरेस्ड दोनों ही परेशान है. किसकी वजह से? पहले वाले की वजह से, ऑपरेसर की वजह से, राइट? I am not really free if I am taking away someone else's freedom just as surely as I am free when my freedom is taken from me. The oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. They both are not having any kind of humanity. Their both humanities are robbed. Just and in building a lot of the, we can say, a lot of the consequences, a lot of the queries, planning, plotting, etc. Okay, so here our chapter ends. Tomorrow we will study the overall summary and then we will revise the question answers also. Okay, if any query, then comment it below. Thank you so much.